Show me the messages for Taurus regarding their love for the month of December 2015. I'm just fixing them just so that you can be able to see what I'm seeing. So hopefully you guys can see everything. So guys, for the month of December, I feel like some of you Tauruses are going through some type of breakup. Breakup was because of, I feel like I see 3 people. So it could be that somebody was, being dishonest with the other person, with someone else. So I feel like the person that some of you Tauruses were dealing with, or what the Tauruses that were in a relationship, you guys were dealing with somebody that was not honest with you. You know what I mean? And I feel like that person left you sorrow. I feel like you're hurting your sorrow. Another thing I want to mention is those of you who went through that breakup, I feel like you guys could have broken up this time, this year, sometime in the summertime, June, July, August. I feel like that's the month that you guys were, going through that breakup, or that separation, or that heartache that you guys were going through. I feel like it was in the summertime. That's what I want to say. I feel like it was in the summertime. I feel like for those of you, some of you, I'm gonna say this. I know some Tauruses, personally, and you guys have a beautiful heart. So I feel like some of you Tauruses that were in that relationship, I feel like you guys were very, you would give here, there, here and there. You would try to help that person you were with, as much as you can, maybe financially, because I see like some of you guys giving that person money, not a lot of money, but if they would ask you for something, you'd give it to them at no hesitation. And I feel like you were being too generous with that person. I kind of feel like that person took you for granted overall. I mean, I do want to end this year with good, aspirations, good vibes and stuff like that, but I don't want to lie either. So I want to be completely honest with my audience, the people that do watch my videos and subscribe to me and whatnot. I feel like that heartache, it hurt. It was a hard transition for you, and I feel like, the person wasn't honest with you. I feel like because of that breakup, I kind of feel like I see you contemplating like laying in a bed. Maybe you have some type of anxiety. You can't sleep well due to the breakup or something like that, or you haven't slept well in months. But you have the victory, though. You have the Chariot, so that's like a victory card, like a victory of success. Even though if you've already been through the breakup and you're just going through the grieving process at the moment, I feel like you're going to overcome everything anyway. So don't feel like, you're lost or you're not going to come out of it, because you are going to come out of it and you're going to be on top. So I do want to stress that. Don't, this is the 6 of Swords. This is somebody coming out of a rough time. This is someone, traveling through the rough time, going to clear waters. They had a lot of problems. Maybe, if you see these 6 swords, they're right in front of them. So I feel like, you it was a battle, but you're fighting through it, and you're gonna persevere. That's the most important thing that this message that this card can give you is you're going to persevere. You're going to persevere. You're going to move forward. So that, you see the gray in the back, it might have been gray. Might have had sorrow. You might have cried. It might not have went the way you wanted it to go. But at the same time, you're still going to persevere. You're still going to move forward. You still have that bright blue. So, you still have that thing to be successful. So don't be so, breaking up with somebody is a grieving process. It's like a loss. Like you lose an actual individual. You guys break up. You go from seeing them every day to not seeing them at all. So I completely understand, if you might lay in bed and contemplate and say, maybe if I would have done this right, it would have been a different outcome. If I would have done this right, it would have been another outcome. But that's not the case at all. So don't ever feel, like it's your fault because, sometimes people don't appreciate the things that they have. Just want to say that to the Tauruses. I feel like, since it is December, so it's all about the holidays and spending time with your family. I feel like that breakup that you went through is an opportunity for you to get closer to your family. So you're not alone. I feel like, for those of you who went through that breakup or that separation, because that's the Three of Swords is a separation and breakup. You're not alone. You have people there to help you. You have people there to assist you. I feel like you have friends and family that will come in there to tell you, hey, you know what? You're not alone. I'm here for you. If you need help financially, mentally, emotionally, that you have people, you have a support system. People are there. So don't feel like you're alone because I feel like some of you guys might lay in the bed and feel like, man, you contemplate the decision. You contemplate the reason why it ended. You contemplate everything. There's no reason to contemplate it. Move forward and know that you're going to be okay. You're not I don't see, anything. I do want to tell you this. I feel like, since you're going through that separation and you're going through the grieving process, I kind of feel like you're buying to that person, like you're stuck. The devil is not always, not always a bad card. I feel like, if you look at the card closely, it's two people chained together. They're chained together, but the chain is not, the chain is not sealed. So you have the ability to move away. You have the ability to move, break away, so you're not completely buying to that person. But at the same time, I feel like, the Tauruses that are going through that breakup, separation, some of you guys can be honest to a certain degree, but then we have the other ones that are not honest, that like everything they see, that they have bad habits, they like to dream, they're addicted to, they have some type of addictions as far as like sex goes, they drink a lot, some type of addiction they have. So not everybody's perfect, so you have to know that, but I feel like, for some of you Tauruses, just because you're going through some type of grieving, make sure you don't result into having sex without love or, this loss that you have, it shouldn't create, bad habits. Cause I feel like, you're hurting, so you're gonna start developing some type of habits, like going out a lot, drinking a lot. It could be a drug addiction. It could be, having sex without love, or, just being with multiple people, kind of playing Russian roulette. You really don't care at the moment because you don't have anything going for you anyway. So that's something that I feel like you could be doing, or you could do, if you're not already doing it. I kind of feel like you could be doing it. I do want to tell you guys this. Focus on yourself. Focus on improving yourself. Focus on, being a little bit more spiritual. If you do turn to addictions, or you do have some type of addictions at the moment, we are all God's child. So therefore, don't ever be afraid to ask for help. So if you feel like, this is something that signifies you or that pertains to you, ask for help. I feel like a lot of you guys might, develop some type of addictions. So ask for help. I know that you're going through a rough time, if you're not already going through it, you will be going through it. I know that you feel, it's not a good way to end the year. But at the same time, remember, when the clock strikes 12, it's officially the new year. So this is a new year, a new you, and a new opportunity to start afresh. So don't always forget that. Now, for my Tauruses that are, single, I see you guys spending a lot of time with your family. Don't go out too much. Like I just said, I feel like some of you guys, I mean, as far as something serious, I don't see anything serious. I feel like you guys like to go out, like to have fun, like to enjoy yourself. And as far as like attachment and getting married and, you know, being with somebody, I don't see it there. I feel like, you know, if anything, you guys want to go out, have a good time. And I don't feel like attachment is something that some of you guys are looking for. For those of you who are coming out of a relationship, don't let the past determine your future. That's something that I always like to say. Like, that's just, you know, it's absurd to carry burdens from someone. You can't let somebody from the past ruin somebody else's, you know, future with you or the opportunity to be with you, because it's crazy. It's just crazy for that. I know you might be hurting and whatnot, but, you know, that's not worth it. Another message I want to tell you guys, don't be too generous, because I feel like some of you Tauruses, when your feelings get involved, you're too generous. Very generous. You can get it confused, you know. You can get a person used to you giving them things or buying them things, and that's not a habit that you want the person to pick up, because then they're always going to depend on you. And that is not attractive. For some of you Tauruses, I feel like some of you guys might be moving away or going to a different city to live, or you guys might even be traveling for this month. So I feel like some of you guys are traveling. Maybe you guys might even travel with money, or somebody might give you money. Maybe the place where you go, they might give you some type of money or something. But I feel like you're not alone. You know, even through this hardship, even through the separation, even through the breakup, you're not alone. You have people there. You have family. You have friends that care about you. So don't ever feel like you're alone, and always know that you have the success to move forward. So whatever you're going through then or now, it's a new year, January 1st. So let's ring it in with a new year and make sure that we have no regrets, because we only live once.